Flock memberships include the $1 Million Protection Package. Our members receive reimbursement for stolen funds and personal expenses.
The orange. Big number, 40 million, that's the I-95 corridor, effectively the whole thing. The storm impacts, 12 to 24 inches of snow plus. We may see some spots exceed that. Wind gusts that may well exceed 70 miles per hour. The combination of heavy snow and wind leads to reduced visibility, and that's what we're concerned about with blizzard conditions. Check that out, live update. We've got BBD. He was live in Manasquan as the blizzard conditions begin. We got snow sticking now in Midtown Manhattan with the healthiest snow van yet approaching from the south and east. So that's a little sneak peek of the live blog on foxweather.com and on the app. Excellent resource for everything that's happening, right now. A nice spot to find everything. So you see Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey, right side of the screen, left side, an intensifying winter storm. And this one, unfortunately, as we call it, the blizzard of 2026, anytime you get blizzard in a year, it means it was the biggest of the year, and this one may be the biggest for New York, for instance, since 2017, which was the city's all-time snow. There's Ocean City, New Jersey. The boardwalk is now entirely snow-covered. Some of those footprints, tire tracks, starting to get covered up. And we just saw something interesting coming in from the SPC. We were showing you a mesoscale discussion that they put out. They said conditions, blizzard. So basically the start of blizzard conditions in some of these places with some snow rates that may be maybe 1 to 2 inches of snow. Let's get out to the Jersey Shore. We get the whole state under a statewide blizzard warning, first time in almost 30 years. And you see someone blowing around out there. Northcast Media Group CEO, Nor'easter Nick Pittman joins us now. Those winds appear as though they're cranking up, Nick.
It is insane out there. It's like snownado going on. That's a highly technical term I can use to describe what's going on right now. It is stupid cold, all right? It is just insanely windy. Right now we must have gusts to around 45 to 50 miles an hour.
I didn't even stir it yet. You smell that spicy toxin right on top of it.
Really pile up. And as we have that mesoscale get banding through the course of this evening, you're really going to start to see, as soon as that sun is down, you're going to have 1, 2, 3 inches, and it's going to continue to pile up in that fashion overnight. I just looked at the SPC meso analysis, and it looks like our low is down to like 998 or 998, or 997 rather. So the storm is definitely undergoing bombogenesis. So for the folks out there that are unaware, that I know it sounds like a big scary word, but it's not. It just means that it's a rapid intensifying low. And as that continues to deepen, the winds are going to continue to pick up. So right now, this is not the peak of the storm. We're expecting that to come at 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning and last into tomorrow morning's 2 which of course there won't be a morning commute. You're going to go to school. There's going to be a lot of businesses closed at one time. Right now that the snow is kind of just pelting me in the face, it's really an interesting feeling for sure. I haven't done this in a very, very long time. Usually I'm just in my studio watching other people do this, but it's definitely a lot of fun. You know, just a couple safety tips that we want to reiterate out here. One, if you have an older home that has one of those furnaces that are close to the ground, we are expecting pretty much a baseline of about a foot of snow. So that will easily cover that up. So you can get CO2 to get backed up into your home. That's one. Number two, obviously with the increased wind speeds and the intensity and the density of the snow and the heat of it, that's going to bring down branches and limbs and power lines, and that is what is going to cause some power outages. So have your devices charged, have your batteries ready, your candles, and then finally, be a good neighbor, check up on your elderly neighbors, especially those with health conditions, because let's be honest, you are not going to be able to leave your house in many cases for a couple days. I hope you definitely stocked up and you were ready.
Yeah, and you consider that you might be stuck at home, and in many spots, power could be out. When we consider some of the wind, some of what you've been feeling right there. Nick, what did you make of that mesoscale discussion that came out concerning ... blizzard? An MD that is pretty rare around these parts of the lake.
It really is, but you know what? It is plain and simple and to the point. It just reiterates and reinforces what we've been talking about for the past.
Blizzard warning for the entire state of New Jersey. They canceled every school. Already.
Trying to hype it or blow it out of proportion. It's really for your safety. If you don't have to be on the road, if you're not a first responder, not an essential personnel, you should be staying home, watching Fox Weather, reading a book by the fire. That is the perfect place to be. Of course, I'm the biggest hypocrite there is. But, you want to take it as slow and steady as possible, 4-game night, that kind of stuff. But absolutely, when you see a discussion like that, it kind of hurts your ears up a little. Because I don't remember seeing anything like that since, 2010. And that was the first blizzard of my career that I actually covered. So, it's going to be nasty out there. I had a couple comments of viewers saying, it looks like it slowed down my house a little bit. Oh, just wait.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a French toast freak out tomorrow morning. I don't have supplies for this.
Oh yeah, and as you said, it feels like do as I say, not as I do. But the point is, you're out there to get the message out, so people can see an eyeball test and not want to be out in that because it won't be safe. They have to win.
Does it?
I think my eyelashes are pretty.
It's chilly. It's gotta be a little spicy.
They'll thaw out.
You can add in order
We
to
gotta
have
get you some of the
spicy.
racquetball that Ben Dillon has
Right.
off the
Right.
road.
Hey, he gave me his pen, but he doesn't have glasses for me. Come on.
You got to work toward that. In time. I'm still working.
Yeah.
I've got glasses like Wild Thing from Major League, but we'll be checking in with you. Really appreciate the report. That's Nor'easter Nick, digital meteorologist Nor'easter Nick Pitt. Let's go from New Jersey up to New York, out Long Island. There's a live picture from Montauk. Wind-driven snow already. We know that we get that travel.
You need bread and butter for sure.
That starts at 9 p.m. But for commuters out Long Island Railroad suspending service at 1 a.m. So tonight, you got to get to where you're going to be for the storm. Long Island expected to.
Why are you just following me around? I gave you food. You're a good boy.
They're expecting.
Relax. I know you're happy with me because I gave you a hand
for inundation in some of the more vulnerable spots along the coastline. Let's get out there. To Fox Weather Storm Specialist Mike Seidel. He joins us live from Montauk, way out Long Island. I was thinking about this, Mike. BVD, he's in Manasquan. Anytime he's in Manasquan, the weather is terrible. No peninsula in this country is safe from Mike Seidel. You were in the Arrowhead region, which is like a peninsula E a little bit. This is a giant peninsula. You're at the tip of it. you can expect some terrible weather in that.
And I look back at my log back to the mid-90s, and I've been doing live shots on networks since then. And this is the first time I've covered two blizzards this close together. 5 days apart. The one in Minnesota, up on the North Shore Lake Superior, 24 to 38 inches. We were on the air with you Wednesday and Thursday. And now here in Montauk, and to put it in perspective, we're about 120 miles, just about due east from where you're sitting in Midtown at Avenue of the Americas. So it's on a good day, well, a 2-hour drive, even on a good day, impossible. Yesterday, coming out of the Bell Parkway, it was touch and go, but glad to be back here. This is, I think, my second time here for winter. I've been here more than a few times for tropical weather, including tropical storms and hurricanes. The snow just kicked in about a half an hour ago, so we're just getting it coating here, and we're basically on the highest point in Montauk. We're up here at the Manor. This hotel's been around for about 100 years, and we're looking down towards the harbor, and now we've lost the water. We can still see the lights of some of the buildings in the distance as the visibility comes down now to about a mile to a mile and a half, and it's sticking pretty good. Our temperature now 32. Islip has had snowfall for an hour or so. They're at 31, visibility 3/4 of a mile. As far as the winds go, this ain't nothing. I mean, if you tune in later tonight when we're on, as we get close to midnight, but tomorrow morning, things are going to be rocking up here. We're talking wind gusts to hurricane force, which would be 74 miles an hour, maybe even higher at the Montauk recording station. We may get a gust out here to 80 miles an hour. Highest gust I've seen in the general area is the buoy south of Islip off the South Shore, and their peak gust so far is 40 miles an hour. That is over the open water. But as this storm bogs out, Ian, the winds are going to ratchet up very quickly. And I checked the forecast, and we talk about Bob Genesis being 24 millibars in 24 hours. That's the minimum to verify. But this particular storm is going to do that in 12 hours. In 12 hours. So that's incredible strengthening, and all that pressure drop means the wind's going to wrap around the storm and throw the moisture back in the cold air and set up banding. And the key to where we get the higher snowfall totals is based on the banding on the northwest side of the storm, whether it's going to be New York City, parts of Long Island, Providence, how about the Cape, the South Shore down towards Situate. It remains to be seen, but generally here we're thinking at least a foot to a foot and a half of snowfall from the blizzard of 2026.
So, Mike, I pulled up the map where you are. You're awfully close to a golf course, but it looks like you could probably hit driver and hit the end of the line for the Long Island Railroad, which is going to shut down tonight. How do you expect, I hope folks are getting this message. You mentioned on a good day the challenge to get out there. It's going to be awfully challenging or impossible to move around parts of Long Island next couple of days.
Yeah, whether you're on Highway 27 to get you out to the Hamptons and here in Montauk or the Grand Central Parkway, the winds are going to be basically blowing across it. Maybe not perpendicular, but northeast, north, and northwest behind the storm through tomorrow night. Tomorrow is basically one of those days you want to sit tight, unless it's an emergency, as the mayor said in New York City, unless it's an emergency, do not go out, even on e-bikes. Just stay home or, do the foot traffic, get your steps in, say, in Midtown or in Central Park. And out here, again, this is the off-season. The year-round population is several thousand people. It's not very crowded. A lot of businesses are not open right now because it is the off-season, but everybody is ready for the big storm. But as you notice, the snow is barely moving horizontally. I mean, we get a little gust of wind, but as we go through this evening, you'll notice the change in the composition and the direction. It will just be going boom. Now, that's east, that's north, so we have the big hotel, which goes up about 7 or 8 stories at its peak. So we're going to get a little blocking from the wind, but it may also swirl around, Ian, as we get into later tonight and tomorrow morning. And we'll just see how it plays out, and we'll put ourselves in a safe position, but also in a position to give you an idea of just how strong these winds are. And remember, temperature is about 29 or 30 or 31. It's a heavy, wet snow, and with wind gusts over 70 miles an hour, there's going to be power outages out here on the island. That's pretty much a given. But the big difference with this storm is the fact that afterwards, we're not going into the deep freeze. We're going to be warming up into the 30s and then even into the 40s. And I think even in New York City, mid to late week, we'll get some rainfall. So those nasty snow piles that you guys have been staring at in Midtown Well, we're going to get some nasty snow piles, but they're not going to stick around as long as they did from that January storm. That's almost a given. That it's not going to be a big cold air mass coming in the polar plunge for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's crucial. None of the disgusting glaciers that we've had around last several weeks. That's going to be some vantage point right there as we watch your coverage, Mike. We're looking forward to it. The blizzard of 2026, or as Mike Seidel described it, my second blizzard this week. So, Mike, I think I know
Nice.
right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you again
P
soon.
squared, baby. P squared.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
The Fox weather with you all night long throughout this historic nor'easter and beyond. That's the live look from Ocean City, New Jersey. More of that snow piling up on the boardwalk. A whole lot more to come. We've got live team coverage up and down the path of this storm. We'll keep it right here on the Fox News channel. We got a simulcast coming up through the overnight hours. Analysis and coverage you can't find anywhere else. Stay with us.
Hurricane Ian, we lost power for 14 straight days.
We're off.
We're about 9.5 miles from the Gulf, and obviously the impact of being so close to the Gulf has impacts to the weather and storms and that type of thing. When the power goes off, you lose
Really,
power.
what I usually do is it's
Anything that you're running into.
$50 an hour per booth. So you need the whole place, then it's basically $150 an hour.
At that point, we made some
Does that make
decisions.
sense?
About a full house.
Yeah, I don't know how many
generator.
people are coming, so, you know, I know I've had, 30, 40 people there before without any problem. For my
Obviously,
own parties.
having peace of mind
Super Bowl
is
stuff.
extremely important. When we first moved in here, I had a heart attack. And it was important for me to be able to make sure that everything worked for us, even if I wasn't here. I was in the hospital for 2 months,
Okay,
rehab hospital and whatnot. And it was important to me to know that my wife would be taken care of in case I wasn't here.
yes, yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna take care of everything. Walk me
As long as I don't get, as long as I don't lose beauty sleep.
This
I'm
is
okay.
to use. They came out, they sized the generator to the house to our needs for the amount of power that was needed and necessary to turn it to 22 kW. We run everything.
Yeah, how many
We
people are you
control
talking?
all the refrigeration and the air conditioning, which was important.
Okay, so you know where, have you been there before?
Choose the one that-
Okay, so usually what I do is I give you the first bay with the
When the storm
table,
approaches,
um,
we lose power.
the big table in the back.
Automatically
so, that fits like 6 people sitting there and then 4 or 5
You
people
don't
on
have
the
to go
couch.
outside to turn the
And we always
switches.
supply more chairs, but it will be a little tight, if it's 15 or
It's
more.
all automatic. It just didn't make sense to carry blood gas back and forth. The standby generator makes an awful lot of
Right.
sense to me. But we didn't have a
Gotcha.
full generator.
Can I know who it is?
For 14 straight days, had to rely on our neighbors and friends.
Oh,
to
yeah.
use their
Of course I know
showers.
him.
We put them in outdoor charcoal grill.
His name shows up all the time.
It was terrible. We weren't able to live on
There you go,
our
yeah.
lives without the generator. We were having the full house generator. We
His
were
friends will be there. Got it.
on meals. We were able
All
to
right,
keep it
so,
in
yeah,
the community. We didn't lose anything.
Sometimes he actually books 2 booths out for his friends, so if they're all gonna be playing, that's the other consideration.
Power used to be one of the
They,
first things on
they may
my
want
mind.
the second booth.
Storm was coming, now it's not on mine
So,
at all.
And is it gonna be during the week or on the weekend? Okay. Okay, so what we'll do, is we wanna get that in quickly so no one can take it. And it's okay if you put it in and then have to cancel it, so we do it. And then, since it's like if it's a later Friday night, and it's also because he's a member, I can give you the $40 an hour for both booths. So it'd be 80 an hour for the 2 booths.
And that would include everybody, right? Or would like everybody have to pay?
No, $80 an hour is just, that's all you're paying.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so 2 hours is 160, 3 hours is, I don't know, 240 and so on and so forth. I usually charge, only reason I charge a little more is, on the regular times like that is because, there's an extended cleanup for us and stuff like that. And also, it'll be booked out, so I won't be able to rent it to anybody else. So.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. And then just out of curiosity, if I were to do it, I don't think I'll be able to because the actual birthday will be Tuesday night. If I were to do it,
Oh, yo.
would that change anything?
No,
Okay.
just that it's Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Your what was your name?
Sophia.
Sophia. Okay, got it.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, so I'll probably wind up calling back once I know what.
Most people have no idea just how filthy the shower water
Okay. Yeah, we'll put it under either your name or maybe one of your friends' names that he wouldn't assume would be calling, and then so he'll never because he can see the whole calendar. So.
Oh, great. Okay.
So that is going to be your problem. If you say let's go, he's going to try to book it.
Right.
Just giving you a heads up.
That's a good idea. I'll need to think of that.
Yeah. Or you could say, hey, my friend just texted me from that golf place you go to. We should swing by.
Oh, true.
And I'm pretty sneaky. I can think of stuff like
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, and he's there like twice a week anyway.
Right.
So I know we'll see something.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay. Talk to you later.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's hard. I've had my try to do that before. Trying to throw a surprise party for a person who's a member who
still?
comes all the time.
Is it not enough yet
For what?
to shovel?
If you want to go, I think you and Annie should go outside and enjoy some of the snow. And the
Not
weather.
enjoy, just shovel it.
Well, how much is on the ground? A half inch?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's-
It's not even a lot snow. It's only a little. The cars don't flip anymore.
Welcome back to Fox. Whether you're
Wait, can you
a
scan it so we can
this is
upload our
Fort North,
pictures?
Bombing out off the East Coast. This is going to be a bona fide blizzard up and
Ask
down
your
the
mother.
I-95 corridor. There are more than 40 million people included in blizzard warnings, and we're starting to see some of those conditions creeping on up, as indicated by the Storm Prediction Center, starting over the next 1 to 3 hours. I mean, we're already in snow, an impressive snow, but for a pure blizzard where you need 3 hours worth of wind.
You're sharing your pictures on national television, Mom. Nothing wrong with that.
And visibility down
No,
to a
she
quarter
said it's
of a
okay.
mile.
She just said use the other phone.
Oh,
Which is this one.
Conditions
You're mad. I did not say no. She was.
Is
It
it?
wasn't mad.
Who said I was mad? I was trying to.
This is that's Central Park now reporting near blizzard conditions. So,
I said use the other phone.
across the New York City metro area, and we've been talking about
Where?
some of these brighter reflectivity values.
No.
Wait, no, this is the wrong one.
Disappeared.
I hear you.
Central Park's down to 3/4 of a mile.
What was the name of the?
Starting to approach that criteria, and once it be
Wow, look at that. Ay, naga.
It's gonna take a minute.
Why is the camera so blurry?
Getting dark. Wow.
Oh, you can take a picture of that so I can get my jacuzzi bath remodel for when I'm old. Look, Mommy.
I don't want to look. Few years ago, we don't have snow. I mean, very, very little. Now we have so much now.
Are you making a lot of money?
Come on, it's March, almost March.
Fox Weather blog. You can find that on the website or the Fox Weather app. The number. Blizzard conditions. So things have worsened considerably.
Schools are closed.
The entire state of New Jersey.
Yeah, good thing 4-day week is so much better than a 5-day week.
Is that's Dylan's pulling up our blizzard tracker. This is Central Park now reporting near blizzard conditions. So things have worsened considerably across the New York City metro area, and we've been talking about some of these.
How
brighter
come in
reflectivity
Atlanta it
values
looks so much
pivoting in.
different?
Central Park's down to 3/4 of a
Because
mile
it's way far
visibility,
away.
so there you go.
Go down.
Starting to approach that criteria, and once
When
it
the
begins,
lady called
it
us
doesn't
when we were in
end
Daytona
as we move forward through the evening, the overnight, and for a place like New York, at least through the early part of the day tomorrow. So this is causing a bit of a travel nightmare already.
I wanna
We just
eat
got
snow.
a new bulletin in. If you're following along on our Fox Weather blog,
It's
you can find that on the
1926.
website or the Fox Weather app.
Oh look,
The note
Laura.
of disrupted flights
Laura,
from
they're
New York
playing the
to
NASCAR.
Saturday
They're playing the NASCAR race in the
exceeded
corner. See?
14,000, which includes almost
This is the race.
entire shutdowns of places like LaGuardia. More than
Dude, it's on
90% of
Fox.
flights there canceled tomorrow. Logan has some considerable issues too. We may see complete shutdowns of these airports. We're looking into
There it is.
Oh, there.
live picture. Boston, 35 degrees. They're still waiting on it. There's the TD Garden up on the right side of the screen,
Says-
Safe Bridge. Traffic.
Now we know
That's disgusting, Laura Bell.
are having a lot of issues over
It wasn't on the
14,000
ground.
cancellations
It was on
through
the
Tuesday.
ground.
And the storm hasn't even hit us here in Boston, so we're just
You get a good picture?
a couple
Yeah,
maybe
you
a
can
few
look at it.
hours away
I
from
think it's
feeling
nice. Send it.
those impacts
Good
of a
look.
crippling
Huh?
nor'easter that is
It's good.
just on our tail here. In Boston, we
Yeah,
are
go ahead.
officially in our blizzard
There's one
warning. If you're closer to the coast,
I'm gonna
you
get
will
more snow
experience
to eat.
Whose name should I put
Hey,
on?
we're gonna eat chili here pretty soon, so don't worry about the
I'll
snow.
just put.
Bob, you toast my bread?
No, but I put it out there.
I just want it lightly toasted.
Strange.
Hey, put that big tub of butter out. Gordy, go get the big soft butter. Put it on the table. You take butter, put it on the bread, and dip it in your chili. It's so good.
No emergency, no surprise there. They also have a parking ban that is in effect. So right now, they are going to be sweeping the streets along those snow routes to make sure drivers are not parked there. They'll get a ticket and towed if they are.
We have
18 to 24 now.
Plows, spreaders, and
You have to
other
fill out the
equipment
Look at that.
available
Look
for
at that
the
freaking
response.
line right there.
And public schools here in
This is
Boston,
where
they've
we
already
are,
canceled
right
their
here.
classes for Monday.
And that's the same color as that.
I can't stress this
18 to
enough.
24 inches of snow.
We have not seen
This much.
forecasted snowfall rates like
How
this
much?
in a long
Like one?
time.
Two?
What?
Coupled with the blowing and
You're
drifting snow,
the daughter of a math teacher, and you were asking me how many inches are in a feet?
One vehicle
How many
stuck
inches
in
are in a
there,
foot?
or a
Yeah.
highway ramp can have cascading
How many inches?
consequences.
Go get a ruler.
And
Where'd
the
it
mayor
go?
here
Go get a
in
ruler.
Boston said today, it's been nonstop for them this winter since the end of January when they got almost 2 feet of snow, around 2 feet of snow to fall in this area. And
So you taught her everything, Andy.
they've been working
Well,
to
you taught her
cool the snow
everything.
and even melt some of
What
it.
day is it
And
today?
the cold is still on the
I think
ground.
it
It's
just
just been
happened.
cold here in
I
Boston.
need to eat
They've had
snow.
over 43 inches of snow so far this season, and this is just going to happen on top. Take a listen to what one visitor has to say.
While the snow is still here, it is concerning about what the city's gonna do with the snow. Like, they haven't had enough time with this every storm. Like, I don't know where they're gonna put this. If we get 2 feet like this in, it's gonna be rough in the city.
So we'll be keeping an eye out for the impacts. We're just starting our live shots here in Boston, but I'm going to be live going into the overnight hours as this progresses.
Did they ask you where you were from?
As things think about the
It
airport
says to
continues
fill out,
first,
like,
as I mentioned,
your
over
name,
14,000
and then when it was
cancellations
taken.
Tuesday, we know
Okay,
the state
did you do that?
They're doing
Yeah.
everything to response. The governor actually activated the
That'll
Massachusetts
pop up again.
National Guard so they can go ahead and do their response.
But I don't think
to
they're
help
showing
with
anyone's
any,
photos.
They will later,
issues that
relax.
residents are happening and bringing in supplies as well. So a big storm on the way here in the New England area. Back to you.
Brandy, my parents are telling me the snow piles there weren't as far along in that melting process as what we've had going on in New York. We can see them behind you, and they're about to be much more giant come the next 12, 24 hours and beyond. That's Fox Weather correspondent Brandy Campbell in Boston. Thank you. Fox Weather is here with you all night long throughout this historic nor'easter. We've got live team coverage up and down the path of the storm. The live coverage will continue. Check out that look dreary in New York City with those very low visibilities. Coming up a little bit later this evening, Steve Bender, Ari Sarsalari, 8 to 11 p.m. And then overnight tonight, complete continuous coverage. Fox Weather teaming up with Fox News Channel, pooling all of our resources to provide you with the best coverage possible. You can find Fox News' Molly Line and our own Britta Murray. They'll be with you from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. Stay with us. More Fox Weather when we come right
back. When shopping for personal loans, dating switch rates can be deceiving. You can count on Credit Karma to help you find more accurate rates, because Credit Karma uses your credit profile to show you real offers and opportunities without hurting your credit score. No smoke, no work, just personalized rates. Download Intuit Credit Karma to get started.
Nation is stolen. Are you prepared to pick up the pieces alone? LifeLock is the leader in identity theft protection and restoration.
Once LifeLock got involved, everything changed.
With LifeLock, if your identity is stolen, they'll step in and fix it so you don't have to, guaranteed. Our highly trained U.S.-based restoration specialists contact institutions, dispute fraudulent charges, close compromised accounts, and even procure legal support far beyond the capabilities of your bank or credit card company.
LifeLock pursued this case further than I ever would have imagined.
If you call right now, you'll get LifeLock for just $9.99 a month for your first year. And as extra protection, all LifeLock memberships include the $1 Million Protection Package. Our members receive reimbursement for stolen funds and personal expenses, like lost wages, as well as coverage for lawyers and experts up to $3 million in total.
When the bank refused to reimburse my stolen money, the $1 Million Protection Package came through for me.
Our restoration guarantee and $1 Million Protection Package are included in all memberships with no additional fees.
I think it's natural to think that you can do this on your own. You can't. You need an expert in your corner.
Call 800-710-4587 and use promo code TV35 or go to lifelock.com/TV35 to join today.
Back pain. When you've got it, you know it. Introducing the X-Pack from CopperFit, our groundbreaking technology designed for compression support of your lower back and core like you've never experienced before. Engineered with our most innovative, patent-pending, advanced compression system, evenly distributes the support across a broader surface area of your back for relief of lower back aches and pains. A super lightweight mesh fabric.
Ollie, income free.
And release excess heat. An orthopedic design alloy support pad and 4 built-in flexible stabilizers to help improve alignment and promote better posture. The all-new X-Pack from CopperFit, the most customizable support for relief of lower back pain you will ever wear. Guaranteed your money back. Get yours now at getxpack.com or call 1-800-258.
Yeah, we're gonna have bread with the chili. Well, we got it all figured out. I don't know why I'm being called here. No bowls, no bread.
Chili.
And right now on Fox Weather, a historic blizzard roaring up the East Coast, bringing more than 2 feet of snow and 60-plus mile-per-hour wind gusts to millions along the I-95 corridor. Thank you for being in here with us for our continuous coverage of this historic storm, the blizzard of 2026, still in its early stages. This is going to be one for the books, one that we remember. So let's get you some of the latest details as they stand. And you can follow along with these and get all of this information on the Fox blog. Blizzard warnings affect more than 40 million people. This stretches something more than 700 miles from the Delmarva Peninsula all the way up to down East Maine. 6 states have issued states of emergency. That's from Delaware up through Massachusetts. The Massachusetts DOT begins travel restrictions impacting all commercial outages. We just got some new numbers in. New Jersey last hour was about 2,000 customers. Now it's up to 8,500 customers just over the last 90 minutes. So an indication that even through the early stages of this storm, it's going to be very impactful. We've got wall-to-wall live coverage that'll continue tonight through tomorrow. Our crews stand out across the entire path of this storm. The Jersey Shore, all the way up through Massachusetts, and you'll see a combined effort from our storm trackers, our storm specialist Mike Seidel, Fox News reporters, correspondents, and our own correspondents and meteorologists, leveraged with the support of our affiliates, including New York, Philly, and DC. So we're going to show you as many of these pictures from this historic storm as possible the next day and beyond. Rare blizzard warnings now for more than 40 million people. The whole I-95 corridor, it's the most densely populated spot in the country. There's New York. Empire State Building still coming through. You can just barely see it. We had actually just checked on the visibility out at Central Park. They're reporting 3/4 of a mile in near blizzard conditions. So that's been starting to ramp up in intensity. And this, let's show you a quick look here. Live radar. It's as classic as it gets as this storm starts to get its legs and build out its structure. You've got these temperatures which are marginal. They're right at the freezing mark and just south of it. So this is going to be a heavy, wet snow. Part of what's going on here, you've got Atlantic City, Wildwood, New Jersey, reporting heavy snow and 33 degrees. It's the storm ramping up in intensity. The vertical motion here is so impressive in some of these developing bands that as that air rises, it expands out, it cools, a process called dynamic cooling that cools the entire column. And that's how you can get snow in a situation like that. Interior spots, Mount Pocono, you're well down below freezing. And these were those visibilities that I was talking about. Atlantic City. If you were with us, we checked in with Nor'easter Nick. He was in Atlantic City. Half a mile visibility now. 3/4, as I mentioned, out at Central Park. And East Hampton is down to a mile. We're going to be checking in with Mike Seidel, our storm specialist. He's out Montauk at Tip of Long Island. And he's in an elevated spot, one we're thinking going to see some pretty serious conditions rolling on through tonight and into tomorrow. This zoomed in look on radar. You saw what it looked like in New York.
Obviously.
3/4 of a mile visibility. It is about to worsen considerably. So you look closely at this. Some of those brighter blues indicating heavier snow rates. This band right here was actually indicated by the Storm Prediction Center. They had put out a mezzo. It extends off to the south and west this way too. Highlighting that as the start, effectively, of blizzard conditions. And while you're in that band, it'll be near blizzard or blizzard proper when we're talking about visibility down to 1/4 of a mile and sustained winds of at least 35 miles per hour or frequently gusting up to that mark. You got to do that for 3 hours for it to be an official blizzard. 3 hours isn't going to be a problem with this one. This has got some staying power, long duration, and it's part of the reason from the southern tip of the Delmarva to down East Maine. It's something like 720 miles as the crow flies. Sprawling coverage of these blizzard warnings. Entire states included Delaware, Jersey, Connecticut, and Rhode Island, and most of all the adjacent ones included in those blizzard warnings too. Our exclusive Fox weather model, when you imagine what a nor'easter, what a pure northeast blizzard looks like, it's this. And Yes, we had seen that in the forecast models earlier in the week. The GFS, the American model, was the first one on board. It was kind of discarded as the outlier because there weren't really any forecast models, any other ones that were suggesting anything as intense as this. Well, the GFS with this one was on it, and all the other ones came in line. And this is the consequences come tomorrow morning. Powerful area of low pressure. Intensity-wise, much more intense and closer to the coastline as compared to what we saw back in January, which is why with this heavy wet snow, that's another contrast. We were in the deep freeze with that January monster. It was this very light, powdery snow. This isn't that. This is heavy wet snow, and a ton of it that will be wind-driven. So for all those reasons, power outages, trees, the weight of the power lines, the power outages become much more of a concern and likely much more widespread. And then as we roll forward through the day tomorrow, you notice the balance of the day, especially I-95, call it Jersey and points north. We're close enough still in proximity where it's still dumping snow, and the wind, the closer you get to that area of low pressure, the wind is cranking up, and at the immediate coastline, where it's coming off the Atlantic, relatively speaking, frictionless surface, they're going to be screaming. Places like coastal Massachusetts, Cape Cod, the islands, we're talking about wind gusts that could exceed 60, maybe 70 miles per hour. These are going to be damaging winds. You do see the forecast model there in Nantucket. National Weather Service bulletin, they had said up to about 75 miles per hour. So all of this tracks when you consider impacts are top of the list, high as they get from a coastal storm. That's why we're saying in most of these cities, this has the look of a top 10, maybe a top 5 snowstorm on record. And these are old Northeast cities with the reliable weather records that go back to the latter half of the 1800s. This, in through here, all of that red for most of those coastal areas, especially that I was mentioning, those are widespread power outages that are expected. And when the power outages are widespread, you consider the wind that's causing those and the heavy snow, for crews to get out and even begin the process of restoring power, that's probably not going to happen tomorrow. One, the roads are going to be impassable, the wind is still up, so utility crews can't get up in the bucket to even start tying the lines back up and repairing some of the poles. If your power goes out, all of that to say, it's likely going to be extended. If you've been with us, we're going to hear from him. We're going to run some of his comments coming up in just a moment. We talked with the mayor of Providence, Rhode Island, and the utility there, it's a statewide power utility. They had said it's probably, your power goes out, it's probably the work week that you're going to be without it. So, yeah, just know that that's what we're expecting here as this area of low pressure. Dylan's queuing up the water vapor, and you can see this is a moisture-laden system. Let's talk about some of those coastal effects too, because that's what's getting lost in this. Number one, top billing is these giant snow totals. We know some places in Massachusetts could get 2 to 3 feet. A lot of the chatter is about that. The wind too, with those gusts, 50, 60 plus miles per hour. In some of these places, we're expecting coastal flooding, significant beach erosion, and the shoreline structures, they take a beating. Moderate coastal flooding with inundation up to about 3 feet. So we're talking about, this was a tropical storm, we call it storm surge, a rise of water above normally dry ground at high tide of up to 3 feet. Only thing that's saving us a little bit, and it's why this is, not to take the hazard out, this is a serious danger with this storm. We're right in between, almost halfway in between the new moon and the full moon. So the astronomical tides, effectively, the moon's not helping out with the sun's gravitational pull. They're not working together to generate the highest astronomical tides of the month. In fact, they're at a minimum at this point. So this is all the blizzard, all the storm pushing this water into the coastline. And that is a good thing because moderate flooding is still forecast. So we've got these coastal flood warnings as a result. A couple of these gauges right in there, the Delaware Bay, showing the possibility of major flooding. So this is considerable with that forcing of water into the coastline. The wave heights, these will be cranking up at 8 feet, 8 feet offshore as we move forward through this evening and into the overnight. This is a good proxy of the intensity of the storm. It's not breaking waves to the coastline at this scale, but look at that out in the Atlantic. Get out to the continental shelf and beyond. You've got swell up to 36 feet. Giant waves as this storm continues to just explode in intensity tonight.
No one is there.
Fox Weather is going to be with you every step of the way. We get this travel ban in New York City that goes into effect at 9 p.m. all throughout this historic nor'easter. Until this storm is done, we're going to be with you live on the air, continuous coverage. We've got a giant team to pull that off. You're looking at many great folks out in the field, our affiliates, some of the correspondents from Fox News Channel. Will be a simulcast occurring through the overnight hours tonight. Britta Merwin, Britta being joined by Fox News' Molly Line, Steve Bender, Ari Sarsolari. They'll have you later this evening. 8 p.m.
Get that face off. You just did that face again now.
It's spicy.
Necessary. We got a full keep it right here with us on Fox Weather.
This is spicy than that. Yes, weekday.
What would you do for clean water? For over 700 million people around the world, the answer is literally anything. Walk for hours, stop going to school, sacrifice sleep, health, money, and time, all for water that's not even safe to drink. It doesn't have to be this way. This is a problem we can solve together. Join Charity Water in our mission to end the global water crisis. Visit charitywater.org today.
Is stolen. Are you prepared to pick up the pieces alone? LifeLock is the leader in identity theft protection and restoration.
Once LifeLock got involved, everything changed.
With LifeLock, if your identity is stolen, they'll step in and fix it so you don't have to, guaranteed. Our highly trained US-based restoration specialists contact institutions, dispute fraudulent charges, close compromised accounts, and even procure legal support far beyond the capabilities of your bank or credit card company.
LifeLock pursued this case further than I ever would have imagined.
If you call right now, you'll get LifeLock for just $9.99 a month for your first year. And as extra protection, all LifeLock memberships include the $1 Million Protection Package. Our members receive reimbursement for stolen funds and personal expenses, like lost wages, as well as coverage for lawyers and experts up to $3 million in total.
When the bank refused to reimburse my stolen money, the $1 Million Protection Package came through for me.
Our restoration guarantee and $1 Million Protection Package are included in all memberships with no additional fees.
I think it's natural to think that you can do this on your own. You can't. You need an expert in your corner.
Call 800-710-4587 and use promo code TV35 or go to lifelock.com/TV35 to join today.
Behind this curtain is an outdated bath and shower. Imagine transforming this eyesore into a beautiful jacuzzi bath remodel in as little as one day.
Are there a lot of design options?
Yes, Jacuzzi has stylish shower walls, designer colors, and premium features like soft closed doors.
For a limited time, get free fixtures and a free shower door with no interest and no payments for up to a year.
Just step right into your easy entry shower by Jacuzzi. We have durable grab bars, grab shelves.
This is a great safety feature. I love this. It's really beautiful. The quality of it, I'm blown away.
Best of all, it's from Jacuzzi, the most trusted name in water for over 70 years.
Call or go online now to jacuzzibathremodel.com. Get free fixtures and a free shower door, plus 0 interest and 0 payments for up to 1 year.
Go to jacuzzibathremodel.com or call 800-384-4381.
Hey, welcome back to Fox Weather as we track this historic nor'easter. Truly still just getting started, and we're right about the onset of some blizzard conditions. A dangerous storm for much of the East Coast. Blizzard conditions for more than 40 million people, at least 40 million Americans included in blizzard warnings, which span from the Delmarva Peninsula, most of it, all the way up to down East Maine. 6 states issuing states of emergency. That's from Delaware up to Massachusetts. Travel bans, rare travel bans taking effect in major cities like New York. We are watching the potential for some thunder snow and the heaviest of the snow bands, which are already starting to throttle up in intensity and produce some wind gusts, like you're seeing on the screen right there. Blue Lake Harbor, New Jersey, 50 miles per hour. So yeah, we were saying 50 to 70. The storm isn't even remotely close to its peak intensity. It's on its way into the overnight first part of the day tomorrow, already producing some wind gusts of 50 miles per hour. Atlantic City, 42 miles per hour. You saw New York City. Dylan was telling me that sensor is downtown. Okay, so down toward the Battery, right at the bottom of Manhattan, gusting, was what, 38 miles per hour? 39 miles per hour. So it's getting gusty, and these conditions are going to worsen considerably. The entire state of New Jersey is under a blizzard warning. It's the first time that can be said in 30 years, a statewide blizzard warning. New Jersey Transit set to shut down. They are shut down. Closed up shop 15 minutes ago, so that's going to be for the balance of the storm. Here's a live look at the Jersey Shore, Wildwood, New Jersey. You get the lights, those stay on, and the lights illuminating some of that snow going sideways. Snow totals there are forecasted to blow past 2 feet. It isn't just the snow. Coastal flood warning is in effect tonight. Beach erosion, a big concern in parts of the coastline. Vulnerable areas could see 1 to 2 feet of inundation. Water above normally dry ground at high tide. That's the water rise as a result of this giant storm forcing the Atlantic into the coastline. Fox Weather correspondent Katie Burns joining us now from Long Branch, New Jersey. And Katie, it was the early days of Fox Weather, our first winter, 2021-2022. I was in Long Branch, New Jersey, and I think I was frozen stuck to a branch, a bench in Long Branch. It looked just like that. So it's been some time since we've had a storm like that, and this will exceed it.
This will be an interesting one, Ian. I mean, only just in my early teen years was I a waitress here in Long Branch. So we all have some stories about Long Branch. But now, look at me, I'm back in the true elements here. Not a lot of times you're going to get to come to the Jersey Shore and it end up maybe being where you see the heaviest snow from storm impacting so many people. We have had snow coming down similar to like you're seeing right now horizontally for several hours since about 2 o'clock this afternoon, but it only just started sticking in the last hour or so, which is pretty amazing because you can see how much has stuck so far. It's happening rapidly, similar to what's been forecasted. We were told there would be the changeover from the rain to the snow, and then once temperatures cool down enough, we start to see snow stick very quickly. That's certainly what's happening here at the moment. Because we've had rain first here, county-wide, crews were not able to pre-treat roads. They said the brine solution would have washed away with that rain. So we spoke with the county sheriff here in Monmouth County, Sean Golden. He talked a little bit about what their crews are going to be dealing with. He says this will be a challenge for plow crews. They have almost 300 apparatuses out there to be able to handle the roads, and they actually have EMS team pairing up with plow trucks to be able to respond to medical calls. But when it comes to routine accidents, he has some strong words for anyone who has any plans on driving tonight.
Our first responders and rescue teams will not be out throughout the evening and into tomorrow morning, so they are not coming to save you if you drive off the road or you're in some type of accident where you shouldn't have been on the road in the first place.
Yeah, we've
Oh,
got
really?
these restrictions across state, county, municipal, and interstate roadways across New Jersey. It's going into effect at 9 o'clock tonight, so things are going to get dangerous. They have to worry about keeping their crews safe too, and their highest priority will be any medical-related 911 calls. That's where they're going to start, at least for today and tomorrow, and then they'll be able to reassess from there as they're able to dig out. But they say it's going to take at least a day to dig out from what's expected here at the Jersey Shore. We're looking at up to 3 feet possible along the water, which is pretty